All invoices in Vantica that are ready for approval can be approved quickly and easily from the Accounting Approved Invoices page. To navigate to the Approved Invoices section, roll over the Accounting menu item on the top navigation bar and select Approved Invoices. Click on the association name at the top of the screen to select a specific association, or you can select all associations to see invoices for all of the associations you have approval access for. From the Approve Invoices page, you'll notice 4 tabs at the top of the page, with indicators to show you the number of invoices in each tab. The default Ready to Approve tab corresponds to the Approve Invoices step of the invoice action item and will include any invoices that have had all necessary information already updated, so that the invoices in this tab are completed and ready to approve, only requiring your final confirmation. The Complete Data Entry tab corresponds to the Manager Complete Data Entry step of the invoice action item, and will display any invoices that do not yet have all the GL detail information entered. A good example of this would be an invoice that has not yet had the GL code or codes assigned. The Provider on Hold view will display invoices in the Approve Invoice or Manager Complete Data Entry steps for any service providers that have been marked as on hold on the service provider record. To see why your provider is on hold, you can use the column settings to display the hold reason field. The Prepaid Review tab will display any invoices that have already been paid but have not been placed in a specific step of the invoice process to require further review. Examples of invoices on the Prepaid Review tab would be an auto draft that is over a set threshold or a debit card transaction that still requires a receipt. The Approve Invoices page has column settings that you can use to customize the way that you view your invoices. You can hide and show different columns of information, sort and filter your invoices just the way you like them. Once you get your Approve Invoices page set up the way that you like it, you can click on the Settings cog to save your grid preferences as your user default. Vantica will remember your settings, so if you ever want to revert back to the user default or the system default, just click on the Settings cog and make the appropriate selection. Now that we understand what the tabs are for and we have our page set up the way we like it, let's take a look at approving those invoices. To verify your invoice information before approving the invoice from the Ready to Approve or Complete Data Entry tabs, click the paperclip to see the invoice image. Clicking the drop-down arrow will allow you to expand the invoice and see the GL detail. Click Edit to change the GL details, or to choose a new GL, click New Invoice Detail, and begin typing the account number or description of that GL. Click to select the correct GL from the drop-down menu. You will also be able to edit the fund, enter a description, and an amount. The Messages tab will display the full activity for the invoice you have selected. The Previous Invoices tab is an extremely helpful tool you can use to show you the previous invoices you have paid for that association and vendor, so you can quickly verify you are paying the correct amount and correct vendor before approving your invoice. You can also edit the invoice date, due date, payment type, or approval amount by clicking on the appropriate field and entering your information. Alternatively, you can click Edit on the invoice to mass update all of those fields at the same time. Please be sure to click Update to save your changes. Once all of the information for the invoice is correct, check the box next to the invoice or invoices that you want to approve and click the Approved Selected Invoices button, or select Cancel Changes to cancel. Quick note, you can alternatively click the Select button to view the full invoice action item in your Action Center. For other videos, check out our knowledge base section at vantica.zendesk.com.